Start with the piece of information we received, again, was a non-attributable posting to a message board. And so very raw, very unvetted. We actually didn't receive that information until very late in the afternoon on the 5th and almost into the evening. And because of our emphasis on we need any intelligence, even though it was raw, unattributed, and unvetted, the Norfolk office quickly wrote that up specifically in a document following our processes to disseminate that. So a situation information report is for the intentional purpose of sharing that with state and local partners. Not only did they write that up because they knew how important it was to get that information out into hands of folks that might need it, our state and local partners. Within 40 minutes, they sent an email to the Washington field office with that information, and Washington field office also then followed up with an email to all task force officers. And so several different mechanisms were happened here, and we like to use the phrase belt and suspenders. We didn't want to make sure that one method of communication failed, so we wrote it up in the document for dissemination. We sent it in an email to all task force officers in the National Capital Region, and that does include Washington Metro as well as Capital. But again, not wanting to rely on those two mechanisms only, it was then briefed verbally in a command post, an interagency command post, that we were doing briefings every couple of hours so that every agency in that command post had what we call a common operating picture, knowing what all of us knew at any given time. It was briefed at 8 p.m. on the evening of the 5th. And then taking it one step further, because we didn't want to limit our aperture to just the National Capital Region, because there's collection opportunity out there for all state and local partners and federal partners to help us, we loaded that suspicious information report into what we call the LEAP portal, and that is accessible by all state and local partners. So we really tried in various ways to make sure that we did not rely on one communication mechanism, and really tried to rely on several so that the information would get to the right people.